ready for this?
Tasty $10 dinners that are not a penny more.
Slow cooker cola carnitas. It's a magical, inexpensive ingredient.
You are not messing around.
This whole meal comes out to $9.64.
And Haylie Duff's dishing with us
When does the picky eater phase end?
and cooking up her favorite $10 dinner.
My weeknight chicken drumsticks.
So delicious. Wow.
That's next.
Let's dish.
The kitchen has always been the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm a mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish. I mean, I love that you go everywhere. I've got a baby. Oh, look at that baby. You're cooking, I'm eating, we're hanging. Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Good Dish. Today, we are on a mission to prove delicious dinners don't have to break the bank. With the right ingredients, some good friends, a little technique, you can get big flavor for your buck, and it's gonna be delightful.
Absolutely. All right, and that's right, because I am going to show you how we're using this on sale cola right here as a hack for fork tender dinner that is delightful. One word, carnitas. I had you at the carnitas.
Yes. I'll take a carnita. If you're making it, I will eat it. We are giving you tasty $10 dinners that are not a penny more, but don't take our word for it. This excites me to no end. TikTok finance guru, your rich BFF, Vivian Sue. Hi, Vivian. Hi. We love you. She'll be running the numbers. She'll be keeping us honest to make sure that we do not overspend.
Nice.
And she has her calculator all fired up.
All right.
Just ready on, firing on all cylinders with the calculator.
I get distracted easily when I'm shopping and cooking, so she's going to keep me on task.
Yeah, we're not adding anything new to the shopping basket as we're checking out.
No, I always lose focus and they're like, ooh.
Stick to the list, girls.
All right, so we're going to focus today in under $10. So I'm dishing the details on our first dinner. It's slow cooker cola carnitas.
Yes.
Vivian is going to keep me on track because this is a winner without a doubt. Oh, she's ready. All right, I'm ready too. All right, so, you know, traditional carnitas, they're made with just lard and water, salt and pepper in a copper pot. But you do see cola used in some regions, and that's what we're going to take the inspiration for this dish. And cola, it's a magical, inexpensive ingredient, helps tenderize the meat, especially the Mexican cola. It's got that real cane sugar.
Yes, it does.
So, oh yes, it just adds to the flavor. And we're using an inexpensive cut of pork butt. So it's less expensive meat. It's got to give us all the flavor that we need, and the cola is going to help us right along, okay?
Yum.
Yes.
Ready.
Yeah, so the first thing we would do is you're going to add cola, little orange juice, garlic, chili powder, cumin, and oregano, and you put those all together in your slow cooker. Give it a little whirl there.
Look at all that flavor.
Yes, we're already starting on flavor, so you know this is gonna be good. We add our pork butt pieces in, you cover and you cook until tender, 5 to 6 hours on high, 7 to 8 hours on low. You'll remove the pork pieces and transfer them to a foiled lined sheet, baking sheet. And then you take 2 forks and you shred it, because it is fork tender into bite-sized pieces. You put on a single layer. This is where the flavor really comes alive, right? And you just give it a little salt and pepper season on there, drizzle with a little bit of olive oil. You need a little bit of fat there. You're gonna broil the pork until brown and crispy on top for about 1 to 2 minutes. And let me just tell you.
You doubled the flavor for us. You doubled the texture.
Oh yes, and then when it comes out, because it's already slow cooked until tender, and then look at that.
Oh my
the
goodness.
crispy bits,
Good
the
looking.
caramelization, you're adding more flavor to it.
I want to just pick that off the tray and eat it right now.
I'm going to eat it right now.
No, and then the reason why we did, like, this is a necessary step. Like, you do not want to forget this, because like we said, adds more flavor to it, spreading all out. it's already cooked, so you're just adding the flavor to it. And then once we'll put it on our bowl here. And then I'm going back into the slow cooker for all the little juices at the
what
bottom.
sauce
And
means?
then, sauce, yes, indeed.
Oh my goodness.
Because, we don't want to leave that. It's that sweet coal at the bottom, all of the citrus
Thank
with the
you.
orange juice, and our spices in there. You just add a little drizzle on top just to kind of reinforce the greatness that you've already created.
Wow.
And
You're
then
not
you
letting
make
that
the
go to
taco.
waste.
See? And it's not soupy, it's not soggy, it's just flavorful, tender, and juicy is what you're going for.
Well, you never throw that away. You save that sauce,
no.
and if you have leftovers, you rehydrate with that.
Oh, that is golden right there at the bottom. Don't mind if I do.
So delicious.
You are not messing around. Thank you.
Let me tell you something.
Okay, Vivian, she ran the numbers. Let's see how much this dinner costs.
Pork butt is a real money saver at $1.94 per pound, especially considering that pork chops can typically be twice that. Additionally, you can get really great deals on canned soda as low as 25 cents per can, and obviously using fresh squeezed orange juice is quite a bit cheaper than buying store-bought. And this whole meal comes out to $9.64, and that is just $2.41 per serving.
I am proud of you. That is impressive. That's a lot on
Thank
a
you
great
very
budget.
much.
All right, well, I know, amazing. And this serves way more people than you think. That's what's so great about it, too. You can find this recipe and all our recipes for today, of course, on gooddishtv.com. When we come back, we are dishing with Haylie Duff. And as we go to break, another amazing tip from my rich BFF to save money on grocery bills.
My big grocery store money-saving hack is to use a rebate app. I personally use Ibotta, but a lot of these apps work the same. You go to the grocery store and pick up food the same way you normally would, but once you get home, you check out the app, select all the items you've purchased, and then upload your receipt. You then get cash back for stuff that was already on your grocery list.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the good list QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
She's spent over a decade entertaining us in movies and on TV. Now busy mom, actress, and cookbook author, Haylie Duff has embraced an easy, entertaining cooking style that has millions of people swooning. She's here to serve up one of her real girl recipes. Please welcome Haylie Duff. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We're thrilled. You're in your home kitchen. We're going to learn a delicious recipe from you. But I want to talk about, you recently moved back to your home state of Texas, where you were born and raised, from LA. Are you guys getting settled in? What's it been like?
We did. We moved back to Texas about a year ago, and we love it. You know, we'd always sort of planned to come back to Texas, and then with the pandemic and kids out of school and all those things, we were like looking for a little more space, and we just said, you know, let's do it. Why not? And we're so happy we did. You know, I love Los Angeles. This is not a knock on Los Angeles in any way, but we're so happy in Austin. I feel like I've made really wonderful friends here, and we couldn't be happier.
I have to ask you something, because I have two little sisters who don't have children yet, but I have this fantasy that if they did, we would live in this like commune and raise our children together and share resources and everything. Were you and Hillary like that in LA? And how's the move been in terms of just your bond and your ability to like raise your kids together? Because you're so lucky to have them close together.
You know, I think we always sort of thought we would be like that too. And now we're in Texas, and so, you know, it's FaceTime and Zoom and that, which is, you know, a little bit different, but it works and we do it. And the kids are pretty good at FaceTime now, which is really cute. And it just is what it is. And we'll go spend, you know, some time there this summer when the kids are out of school and just kind of like make it work.
Yeah, and now I, for one, can identify with like moving with two little ones cross country. Like, how are the kids settling in with like new schools and new friends? Like, are they adjusting, or is it just like chaos? What's going on?
Well, you know, my 6-year-old was like a lot of tears. When we first moved, she was like, "You're ruining my life. What have you done to me? Like, this is so mean." And I kept telling her, like, "Girl, you should be so happy I didn't do this to you in high school. Like, you would really be mad at me then." But the truth is that the kids are so resilient, and now they're so happy here. They've like made great friends here, and I think it was a really good time to move at this age.
They feed off of the happiness of like happy parents make happy kids, and it sounds like you're really thriving and making good choices for your family. And I swear that's the energy. We did something similar. We loved and lived in New York for a long time. Went down to Florida and like a couple of years ago, and it's been just happy for our family. And I think your kids are reading and picking up on that in a huge way.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think you're right. I think that the parents really set the tone for the family dynamic. And, we're both really happy here. And so I hope my kids are. They seem like they are. So.
You're happy, they'll be happy.
Exactly.
And let me just suggest to you, if you're looking to expand your mom group, there are like new apps out. They're kind of like dating apps for moms, and you can like check your interests and find each other in local areas and stuff. So if you want to check those out, you can swipe right on a new mom. Yes, for moms. You can kind of find each other in the area, so check them out. Swipe on a few moms.
Oh, I love that. That's so fun.
Get your cocktail circle together.
And how has it been moving for you? Like, do you feel settled? Have you met a new group of moms, friends, girlfriends? Like, you need a lot of people in your life. It takes a village to raise a family and support.
It's funny because I'm very grateful. I've met the most wonderful group of women here. And they live right in my neighborhood. We have ATVs in this. Oh, they're there.
Wow, look how
guys, you're very
you
chic.
are.
I love your coordinating outfits.
I know, those are cool moms. Look at them.
Cowboy hats, the whole thing.
We did like a ranch weekend this past weekend, and we took like ATVs out into the middle of this like beautiful Texas countryside, and we did like picnics and mom powwowed and talked about all the things. And
what a dream.
I feel very, very grateful for the women I've met here. I really
Was
do.
there ranch water? I need to know.
There was lots of ranch.
The best. The best.
What I actually do kind of want, what's like the biggest cultural shift within your mom friend group from LA to Texas? Like, what's the craziest thing you do in Texas that would never have happened in LA? The ATV.
Well, I think the biggest thing is I never had a drop of whiskey in my life until I moved to Texas.
Oh, okay.
And all of a sudden I was like, I guess I do that now. I guess I drink that now.
There you go.
I can get behind that. ATVs and whiskey, but not together.
Not together, no.
Right.
After the ATVs, when you come home.
Yes, perfect. So I have a question about your kids. You obviously grew up acting. You grew up before our eyes on camera. What if one of your kids told you that they wanted to be in the entertainment business? How would you feel about helping them get started or taking that path?
One of my girlfriends asked me this only a couple days ago, and I have so many mixed feelings about it. I look at it sometimes, I'm like, I don't know if it was one of those things where they were like so passionate, they were like, this is the only thing I want to do, this is it for me. Then I guess, I would help them in any way that I could, and I would encourage them. But if they were like, I kind of want to be an actor, or I kind of want to be an architect, I'd be like, I don't know. I feel like an architect would be so fun. And with little girls too, I don't know, maybe I think of it differently sometimes, like with body image or with, how they feel about themselves.
Absolutely.
And, you want them to like, I said to Lulu today, I said, Lulu, why are you so pretty, little girl? And she said, this is how they made me.
Oh, I
want her to like preserve that little feeling for so long,
Yeah. No, well, she has a beautiful foundation in you, and it sounds like you doing the thinking about it and talking about it, you are keeping good track of everything going on to encourage all their interests, for sure. All right, guys, we have been talking about $10 dinners, and up next, Haylie Duff is showing us how to make her cheap and easy and extra delicious weeknight chicken drumsticks. Plus, she's got a zesty white barbecue sauce you're gonna wanna know how to make. Don't go away.
We're back with Haylie Duff, author of The Real Girl's Kitchen, and joining us from her home in Austin, Texas. Hi again. Okay,
Hi.
let's talk about Real Girls Cooking because you are real good at it. Tell us what you're making.
Well, this is one of my favorite things to make. Easy weeknight dinner, very affordable. And I feel like it's one of those things that you can keep chicken drumsticks frozen in your freezer. And I love these because we're going to do them with a little white barbecue sauce, which is a little bit different take on the traditional, zesty tomatoey based barbecue. I also love this because if your kids won't eat a chicken drumstick and they're like traditionally just give me a chicken nugget and that's it, you can give them a little bit of this barbecue sauce too, and you're kind of like sharing in the meal experience with your child as well, which is something I really try to do in our house because I'm in a picky eater phase and we just can't seem to get out of it.
We feel you.
So,
Yes, we feel you.
I repeat this all the time because it's the best piece of feeding kids advice I've ever gotten. It's from my grandmother who has 6 kids. She said, don't make the kids fight you more than the food. If you can lure them with honey rather than vinegar or with white barbecue sauce, then I think you'll go a long way. Wait, I want to get the chicken in the oven, so tell me about this dry rub. What do we do here?
Okay, so 425, get it nice and hot.
Okay.
And then I have a little secret for baking the drumsticks. I add baking powder to my seasoning, and it will dry out the skin and it will give you that crispy bite that you're looking for.
Smart.
So
That's a nice move.
it's very good. So the baking powder right into the seasoning mix. This is paprika, chili powder, lemon pepper, about a teaspoon of baking powder, salt, pepper. Really, you can't go wrong.
And
Whatever you
lemon
like.
zest. I thought the boost of the lemon zest was so cool for that lemon pepper zing, really just to elevate it.
Lemon zest in there too. So I rinse your drumsticks, pat them dry. I put this just right on the top, very easy, nothing to it. So the other thing I like to do when I'm baking drumsticks or wings is I layer a cookie cooling rack on top of the pan so that heat can circulate all around. You guys got it going on over there. You see that little trick there? That just gives you the ability for the heat to go all around so you can get nice and crisp all around. So this is going to go into the 425 oven, 35 minutes.
Nice. Okay. We're going to drizzle with just a little olive oil. And do you normally let these marinate a while? Or it's like a quick dry rub you just throw on and your like dinner's ready in 20 minutes kind of thing?
I put it right on and I put it right in the oven.
Even easier. I love it. A fast and inexpensive meal. So good.
Haley,
Yes, ma'am. I'm like, weeknight dinner, in and out.
I've got mine coming out of the oven. Tell me if yours look like ours over here.
Nice.
Perfect. There you go.
Nice
I'm like,
color,
here's
too.
mine right here.
Perfection.
Those look great. Here you
They
go.
do, and they're still super juicy. The skin is crispy. You're right. That baking powder does make a difference. You got crispy skin on the
Such
outside.
a good tip. I love
It
that.
really does, doesn't it? It's like,
It looks
I mean,
great.
mine, you can like tap it and you can feel the difference of the baking powder for sure.
All right, let's get to this white barbecue sauce because I am
Yes.
really excited about it.
Okay, great. So your base of the barbecue sauce is mayonnaise, Greek yogurt. We're gonna add some apple cider vinegar
Ooh.
and just slowly whisk it in here.
So white barbecue sauce is it's mayonnaise.
Alabama,
Oh,
yeah.
Let me speak on this
Please,
one. 'cause
please,
I
please.
Haley, I am born and raised in Alabama. So when I saw you were doing a white barbecue sauce, I said, look at those Texan influences coming through. But it's typically with all mayo. So the fact that you're putting a little Greek yogurt kind of lightens it up, but you still get the tanginess and all the flavors that you need. So I like that you add just a little bit of that Greek yogurt. It's not a heavy, full mayonnaise-based sauce.
Well, that's so funny. I feel like, you guys were asking me a little bit about Real Girls Kitchen, like what Real Girls cooking is like. And that's kind of a perfect example is like, I'm not scared of mayonnaise, but my Texas roots would be mayonnaise. But then my California, 15 to 20 years living in California, I guess my influence would be like, cut the mayonnaise with a little Greek yogurt, you know?
That's nice. I think that's a great mix. It's delicious.
Yeah.
Okay, what goes into this to season it up?
So we're putting onion powder, garlic powder. We added our apple cider vinegar. Okay, here's the embarrassing true test. Worcestershire.
Yes.
I don't think that's
very
embarrassing.
good.
Can you get that
That's
out?
flavor.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
what you call it.
Yeah, like you guys don't have
Just
to teach
saying
me
it.
on that one. I never get it right.
You nailed
Worcestershire.
it. Worcestershire.
Is that right? Worcestershire.
Yeah, you nailed it.
And then some salt and pepper. And I love black pepper, so I really go for it. With
Good.
that
I'll put
one.
more.
Go for it.
This is a very large pepper mill that I'm excited to be using. Thank you. And then you put a little hot
nice.
sauce or something?
And the magic touch.
And then I do like a little squeeze of lemon, kind of eyeball it however much you like in there.
All right, ladle me up. I gotta try this with the chicken on top. Oh.
Here, I'm gonna put it in here.
Oh, it's a dip. Okay. Oh my goodness. I got the fresh chives. I got the fresh white Alabama barbecue sauce.
Oh, good.
You got to step away
And
from
there's
this.
a splash of crystal hot sauce in there.
Oh yeah,
Yes, there
we
is.
added that. We would never forget that, and I like that you're specific.
And I do not skip on the heat.
No, you didn't. It's
You can
spicy.
do like horseradish, you can do hot sauce.
Oh, wow.
The chicken is so
How'd it turn out
juicy.
over there, ladies?
Delicious.
It is like the juice is dripping from this chicken. I'm like backed away because
Just a step away from the
the
counter.
chicken's so good. I don't want to mess up
I
my
just have
shirt.
it right
but
at
this
my
is
ma-
so
my head.
good. And that
Oh,
tanginess of the
good.
sauce, it complements the spices on the chicken so well. This is excellent.
Yeah,
Haley.
that chili powder should keep it nice and smoky over there.
It is so delicious. Wow.
Finger licking.
Yay, good.
Yum.
Do you
Absolutely.
think that's the baking powder that gives it that like juicy
yeah.
inside, dried out outside? Is
Absolutely.
That, I don't know. You're amazing cooks over there too. I'm asking you.
No, the baking powder absolutely lends itself to a crispier skin. That's a really great tip.
I mean,
Good.
So the
I'm like, I wish
cost,
I was over there eating chicken with you guys.
I wish you were here. We're FaceTime eating together. This
and we
is the
love,
new way.
Yep. And we love that the cost of this drumstick dinner is under $10. That even with the white barbecue sauce, the whole thing comes to $9.40, which is $2.35 per serving, which really means a lot for a great weeknight meal. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley.
Big, delicious meal. Haley, thank you so much. We're gonna keep eating. Up next, our test kitchen has cracked the code to the only banana bread recipe you will ever need to make. Stay with us.
The Good Dish Test Kitchen, where we get a little nerdy testing recipes so you don't have to. And today, we've got the very best banana bread recipe around. We did all the work to bring you that moist, sweet banana goodness you crave.
Well, if you're anything like me, you've made a lot of banana bread over the last couple of years. The internet is full of delicious looking recipes for banana bread. But how do you choose which one to make? Well, you don't need to scroll any longer because we have figured out the exact formula for the perfect banana bread. Full stop, I swear. These tips will change your life.
Like chocolate chip cookies for me, anytime I see a banana bread recipe, I feel the need to make it because you're always on that like quest for the perfect one. Well, your quest stops now. We're gonna show you how it's done. So obviously banana bread starts with bananas, and it's actually really important that you choose the correct ones to use, the ripe ones. But sometimes you don't have those ripe bananas ready to go. So how do you make it work? We're gonna show you how to do it. If you have underripe bananas, like this one here, it's a little green. If you wanna ripen them up faster, you can tuck them into a brown paper bag. Now get this, if you have a fleshy fruit like a tomato that's very ripe, put it into the brown paper bag, loosely seal it. This works because the fruits talk to each other chemically. It traps the ethylene gas, which does speed up the ripening process, so you won't have to wait as long to make your glorious baked goods, which I love. Now, if you have perfectly ripe bananas, the ones that are ideal for your cereal, etc., you can actually bake these in a 300-degree oven to help make them softer and sweeter. The skin is gonna turn this rich, deep, dark brown, and that's totally okay. The flesh inside will be super sweet. The one thing you do wanna do is line your sheet pan with parchment paper because they may release a little bit of their liquid. Now, if you have the speckled, spotty, overripe bananas here, you are ready for banana bread. Congratulations.
We got there.
We got there. They are really sweet. They have less starch because it's converted to sugar, and they are ideal for baking. Now, if you have ripe bananas but aren't ready to make banana bread, I couldn't imagine why. You want to peel them and freeze them for when you are, and they make great recipe additions for like smoothies that you can use in place of ice to really make rich, creamy smoothies. And then, of course, when you are ready to make banana bread, you just take them out, thaw them, and continue as you were.
Amazing. Okay, so we have our bananas. You have the ripe, super delicious, sweet as anything bananas. Take 2 or 3, mash them up, and it's time to think about your other ingredients. First, I'm gonna tackle fat. We found the perfect combination of fat that you want in your banana bread is browned butter and a little bit of sour cream. Now, there's a lot of reasons why. Brown butter, which I have a little bit of right here, has caramelized, thank you very much.
Yes.
Brown butter has caramelized the milk solids that are in it. So the flavors really complement the bananas. There's this nuttiness, this richness to brown butter that is like liquid gold, and I mean that wholeheartedly. So to my bananas, I am adding my cooled brown butter. Very important that you don't put it hot.
Get all those brown bits, don't leave
So
them behind.
good. And then
Perfect.
a little bit of that sour cream. I like the full fat, but whatever you've got can be used here. And then I'm going to add 2 eggs and a little bit of vanilla for flavor.
So
Give
classic
that a
so far.
good stir, exactly. There's nothing really different so far except for that use of the combo of brown butter and sour cream.
Very important.
Now it's time to think about sweetness and sugar, and there are so many different ways to go about this, but we've found that the best way to make the best banana bread is to use a combination of brown and white sugar, and they both serve multiple purposes. The brown sugar adds moisture. It also adds this beautiful deep molasses flavor that I think really goes well, again, with the bananas and with that brown butter. Moisture is also something you definitely want in your banana bread.
There is literally nothing better than coming home to a house that has banana bread cooking in it. Oh, that smell. You want a cup of coffee, you want your chai tea latte, tuck into that sweet
It
slice.
just fills your home with gorgeous, nutty notes. And then, of course, granulated sugar, you still want a little of for the sweetness that you need, and it also helps with texture. You're gonna see a little later, I'm gonna use it in a different part of the recipe. So, I mix it all together, and this is my base. I'm also then going to add my dry ingredients. I have here all-purpose flour, baking soda, and salt that I've sifted together. And I'm just gonna mix it all in. You don't have to worry about whisking. Again, you're not looking for a light, airy cake, you're looking for a quick bread. And it comes together really well.
Work your magic, Gail. Get it in there. But this is actually a good point. You know, we aren't making cake. We're making banana bread, but you still don't want to overwork it. So you just want to mix it until
just till incorporated.
Just till incorporated. Those white streaks have stopped existing.
That's right.
All those caramel, heavenly banana notes are coming together. And if you are a banana walnut bread fan, don't worry. We still got you covered. We are going to make sure to level up that crunch factor. Oh yes, we have a buttered pan here with a parchment liner.
Thank you.
Just to make it easy to
And this is all going right in the pan that, as you can see, I've made that parchment liner hang over a bit so it's easy to take out later. Beautiful.
Got a business here. Okay. Now you could sprinkle on some chocolate chips at this point if you'd like, but we are going for crushed walnuts right over top just to level up that texture, that little bit of fatty crunch here on the top, and to give us that sparkling fairy dust topping that also gives you a little crunch at the after it bakes to a golden brown toffee exterior, a little more granulated sugar on top. This gets tucked into the oven, and out comes our glorious reveal.
And here it is, the final result. We have cracked the code. Thank you very much. On banana bread, again, brown butter and sour cream make it moist and deeply flavored with a tender crumb, and using both brown and white sugar, a mix of both, help again with that moisture as well as the beautiful sweetness and a hint of molasses that you really want in this delicious bread. Look at that.
Look at that tender, delicious, I mean.
Thank you.
You're gonna pay like $10 a slice for this thing, but you're making it for less than $10. Okay. Caramel.
It's good bread.
Toffee, banana. This is really good bread. We should do this more. All right. You can find this recipe on gooddishtv.com. When we come back, how much spice can you handle? We'll reveal what your spice tolerance says about you.
a spice girl, which one would you be? Spicy like Scary, who is pow on fire? Or would you be more like Baby Spice? Because a little less spice is still nice. Well, knowing more about your heat levels could make you a better cook. See what happened when I challenged a local firehouse to a hot pepper challenge. Now, anyone willing to run into a burning building to save a life is my kind of hero. And we all know it, but not gonna lie, firemen, they're kind of hot. I'm here at the Palisade Company, number 4 in Fort Lee, New Jersey, to see who can go the hottest with my hot pepper challenge. These folks just don't know what they're getting into. All right, guys, welcome to my hot pepper challenge. Now, in front of me are 5 kinds of peppers, and they range from mild to insanely hot. Now, the Scoville scale measures spiciness from 0 to upwards of 1,000,000. We'll start at the low end and work our way up. And the objective is to see how hot you can go. You want to back out, anybody?
Nah.
Speak now, forever hold your pepper. Let's start with a shishito pepper. This is the most mild one, and it ranges on the scale between 50 to 200. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Pretty good.
Nobody's sweating, so let's go to level 2, the poblano pepper. Now, this varies between 100 and 2,000 Scoville units, and it tastes kind of like a bell pepper with a little bit of kick. 3, 2, 1.
I actually really like this one.
This is not a snack, this is a challenge, okay? Now we're moving on to America's favorite chili pepper. It's the jalapeno. It's an earthy flavor with a grassy taste to it. All right, go for it.
Not bad.
Nothing phases you all, my goodness.
This one's really good.
Up next, the serrano. It's like the jalapeno, but 5 times hotter. You are looking like you just swallowed a ball of fire. You're like, it's okay. Come on, my man, hold it together.
You got this. Come on.
All
right, man. Do it.
Okay, this is the Scotch bonnet pepper, which comes in between 125,000 and 300,000 units. Woo!
Let me get those peppers.
Whoa!
Here we go.
Where did you come from?
Spicy stuff I've eaten, these peppers are nothing to me.
Oh my goodness. What, you gonna eat everything?
This is not a buffet. You're gonna eat them all, really? Sound the alarms. Your mouth has to be on fire right
You all
now.
right, man? It's all right. It's all right? Okay.
Come on.
Do it.
Whoa. You realize these are real Scotch bonnet
I might
peppers?
sweat a little bit.
Whoa, I am impressed. You've confirmed it. Firemen and firewomen, y'all are hot, hot, hot. All right.
There we go.
I can't get over them. That was so fun.
I mean, they are brave.
The guy
men,
running in
women,
at the
that's for
end
sure.
with the pop in every
Who was
pepper.
that guy? I mean, he's the pepper crusher, apparently. And I just felt someone would cave, and they all took it like champs. But I'm gonna say, after I left, they were hosing down their mouth with the fire hose. Like
They were keeping it tight while you were
Crazy.
there. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
that is unbelievable.
Yeah, they were holding it together, but I know somebody had to been crying on the inside. So if the firemen can do it, what about you, ladies? What you think? You want to take the pepper challenge too?
I'll take it.
Yeah, why not? Let's do
All
it.
right, which one do you want? Mild to the hottest. What are we going for?
Go ahead.
No, Gail, you choose first.
She's like, no,
You
go first.
Please, you first.
I am no fool.
Okay.
I am not going to eat a Scotch bonnet in one foul swoop. I saw that's what they did. But I do like spicy food, so I'm going to try the Serrano.
Okay.
So Serrano was where I was gonna go to feel comfortable. But sometimes in life you gotta feel a little uncomfortable.
Oh, do it.
Sometimes in life you gotta push the limit.
Power to you, my friend.
Sometimes in life you gotta make a bad decision that could end up being a good decision. So here we go.
Enter at your own risk, my dear.
I'm happy.
What's on
this
standby to
needs
kill
a
the
job.
heat?
It's my career at stake.
This is milk to cool you down. All right. Now notice you just took the skin of the seeds. You haven't touched the
Girl,
seeds
I'm
yet.
working my way up.
Okay. I mean, if you're gonna go, you better commit. Come on. Oh, my girl.
Oh.
Look at this. Hold it together. Hold it. She's got. Dang. Now that's
Honestly,
how you do it.
delicious. Very spicy. Building spiciness. Too much spicy. but like a little sour. It's delicious.
All right.
Pepper is flavor. It's not just heat. I mean, a fresh pepper has a lot to it. I mean, there's a reason you put it in your food, not just for the kick, right? It does add that beautiful freshness. Delicious, and I'm really happy just nibbling on my Serrano right
Get
here.
us out of
Thank you
this
very
segment.
much.
All right, I was just about to say, like, oh, she's gonna blow. All right,
Oh.
this girl's on fire over here, but coming up, how you can use your favorite spicy sauces in unexpected ways.
Like
They
childbirth.
are
Let's
so
go.
fun.
Come on.
Run, run, take that milk.
I need peanut butter.
Dip your head in the sink.
breathing through it.
Like, why did I do this?
No, I know.
You did it, girl.
Feeling good. I feel great. Now, if you're like me, you might like to add a little bit of spice in an unexpected place. So we're going to show you some of the unusual ways we love to use our favorite spicy sauces. FYI, I ate that Scotch bonnet, and I feel amazing. I'll tell you how I took down the heat because it kept like growing again. Pretzel braids dipped in a honey mustard sauce. Just putting it out there.
Okay.
That's a great thing to know for future Scotch bonnet consuming.
Please don't do that at home. She's crazy.
Oh my
Don't
gosh.
do that.
I can't get over, I'd never obviously eaten a Scotch bonnet by itself before. Like the fruitiness of that pepper. It's, I mean, I've had it in hot sauces where it's delicious, but raw, quite nice. Okay, I'm gonna kick us off with sriracha, the prom queen of hot sauces. She's very popular right now. Sriracha, of course, is a condiment from Thailand. It has great, like a nuanced chili flavor to it. It has some acid in it, it has some sugar in it. And let me tell you, at night when I am craving something crispy, crunchy, what I like to do is take a little sriracha and swizzle it over these Persian cucumbers, which are really crispy, crunchy, very hydrating, super flavorful. Let me just take a crunch because it's so gratifying.
And then you're gonna have to make one for us too, because that looks delicious.
And it's cool and spicy. So yeah, it's
Exactly.
A nice little mix.
It's cool and spicy. It has that nice kind of like fermented taste almost. I will also add this into barbecue sauce, into bone broth. One of my favorite like healthier side dishes that I love to make is a honey sriracha cauliflower. I'll toss cauliflower florets and then roast them in the oven. So delicious and poppable. And actually even good as like a fish marinade. You put it in with a little mayonnaise and slick it over your fish before you bake it. So delightful. Let me make you guys a taste too. Gail, what do you have over there?
I have harissa, which is a North African sauce. It is a blend, almost like a paste. It's from Tunisia, think Morocco, Libya, Egypt. It is super smoky. It's made with roasted peppers, paprika, garlic paste, caraway seeds, coriander, cumin. It has so much deep earthiness to it. I love it in soups and stews. I love it on my eggs, my couscous. I love it as a base for sandwiches. But I
Avocado
also,
toast.
oh yes. I really put it in everything. I keep it in the fridge, and I love just to dollop it with my hummus. And then, you know, people can dip their hummus if they do, you know, hummus, which is obviously just chickpea paste. So it really goes well as a blank canvas, and you add a little heat, and it's the perfect swoosh.
Delicious.
And I've seen brands that have varying levels of heat. So it's like mild and you can go up to like super hot. So you can kind of meet in the middle on that one. So I kind of like that.
Delicious.
All right, so you two are munching. Now it's time for me because I have a chili crisp. Like this is, I don't know if you've seen this on the internet, you've heard about it. Chili crisp is where it's at. It's a Chinese pantry staple with Szechuan roots that recently gained popularity with everyone. And it's a savory blend of roasted garlic and chilies and herbs and spices with a little bit of oil. And it does have a crunch to it. And so the funny thing is now, here's where you're going to get wild with it because there's a TikTok trend that will either be a big win or an epic fail.
Okay.
You're gonna decide because people are saying to serve it over ice cream.
Wow.
So yeah, a little drizzle on your ice cream because it has like a crunch, so it'll give you texture.
It looks beautiful.
It looks like a chocolate sauce.
I mean, all right, so I didn't eat anything on the pepper challenge, so I'm gonna take one for the team here to see what we're going with.
Very curious.
And what does she think?
It's actually a beautiful dance because you get the sweetness of the ice cream, of course, but then it's smoky and it's heat. That's sweet together. It chills, but then it brings it back up. So it's like a roller coaster. We go up and down and up and down, and we're dancing around. But it's a nice plate, and I like the texture in it. It gives it that nice little crunch almost to the ice cream.
10 out of 10, you would recommend?
All right, TikTok wins again. I'm down for it. I like it. Pretty good.
I'm into that too. It looks delicious. I'm gonna try it on the break. Coming up, the good list is here, so stay tuned to get the recipes and everything else you loved from today's show.
I'm gonna get a scoop. I got no dumping. I only ate 25.
Just wipe off my margarita.
Go right in. Welcome back to The Good Dish. Today we gave you an amazing $10 carnita dinner and the perfect banana bread recipe. Now, banana bread, as we continue to snack on it, is pretty inexpensive to make, but TikTok star, your rich BFF, ran the numbers and she figured out how to cut the cost of the nuts that make the perfect banana bread. Take a look.
Nuts are typically sold at a grocery store at 3 different locations and 3 different price points. So you're gonna look for them in the produce section, the gourmet section, as well as the baking section. And I know this may sound counterintuitive, but nuts are not always cheaper when you buy them in bulk. So make sure you look at all 3 different areas and compare them on a per ounce basis. Because once you do find a really good deal, you're gonna wanna buy a few more and store them in your freezer for leftovers.
All right, so you're wondering, how do I get all these great recipes? It's time for the good list. So you see that QR code on your screen. I want you to open your camera app and hold your phone up to the screen right there. And it will take you to all the great recipes from today's show. And you can also go to gooddishtv.com to get it all. So today's good list includes, oh yes, that slow cooker cola carnitas.
So delicious. Happy to eat that for dinner tonight.
Yes.
And I'm happy to see you all once again. Thank you. We'll see you next time for more good food and good dish.